Parents are the leaders in families. They make choices every day regarding their children and family activities. We want to talk about some choices you can make that can help strengthen your family by eating healthier and being more active. Doctors and others who work with children tell us that children these days are having more problems staying at a healthy weight than in the past.
And now the stats are two out of 3 people are now overweight or obese, and that also extends to children. Diabetes is one of many diseases that have been brought on by a change in food habits and eating habits, as well as exercise habits.
If we don't work together to stop this trend, more and more children will face the serious problems that come with being overweight, such as diabetes, high blood pressure, heart problems, and lower self-esteem.
There's an entire list of things. In teenage girls, it can cause infertility. In teenage boys, it can cause bone separation. It can, like I said before, cause kids to never reach their full adult height. There's really some very striking side effects, as I said before, but diabetes being the most well recognized.
Diabetes is more common in people who are overweight, even children.
Initially, type 2 diabetes was only an adult disease, but in the past 15 years, it's grown 33% amongst children. And so now half of all diabetes that's diagnosed, instead of being type 1, which was once known as juvenile onset, half of those are now type 2, which used to be called adult onset. They've changed the nomenclature completely because of this new trend.
The American Diabetes Association says that diabetes is a disease in which the body does not produce or properly use insulin.
Both type 1 and type 2 diabetes involve insulin, which is a hormone that brings glucose into your cells. After a meal, your intestines absorb the meal, and then the sugar goes to your blood. In response to this, your pancreas sends out a hormone called insulin. And insulin's job is to sort of ferry all that extra glucose in the blood into the cells, like your muscle and your heart and your bones. And when insulin does that, then the levels of sugar in the blood drop. And that's the normal physiological response. In type 1 diabetes, the insulin is never made by the pancreas, and so the person has to use insulin. In type 2 diabetes, the insulin is there, but the glucose never leaves the bloodstream to go into the cells. And that can cause anywhere from insulin resistance all the way to the pancreas being sick of no one listening to it and stopping insulin production altogether.
A doctor can administer a blood test to see if someone has diabetes. Many times people have diabetes and don't know it. People with diabetes often have other serious health problems too. If nothing is done, the risks of these become worse when the children become adults. Obesity and diabetes often can be prevented or controlled with healthy diet and exercise. Parents, as family leaders, can help children stay on the path to a healthy weight.
The two main causes of diabetes and childhood obesity are, one, genetics. Genetics do play a role. Some people are just more prone to gaining weight than other people are. And the second one is habits.
While we can't control our genes, the second and most important factor in whether one becomes obese is lifestyle choices. Parents, as family leaders, also pass on lifestyle habits to their children. We want to look at how important parents are when influencing children's lifestyles.
Kids around the age of 4 are watching their parents' every move. If they put the broccoli to their mouth and say, this is so good, then the kid will think, that's a really good food. The parents eat food like fruits and vegetables, the kid will eat food like fruits and vegetables. And the parent that does not eat fruits and vegetables but tells their child to eat fruits and vegetables will be sadly disappointed by the effect, or the lack of effect, that suggestion would have.
Very young children can't make choices for themselves about what they will eat during the day and how much time they have to be active and play outdoors. Parents make these choices for them. The lifestyle choices parents make become the habits of families and the future of their children. It's very important that parents, grandparents, and other adults learn that these choices are the basis for children's long-term habits. Children also imitate their parents, so the activities adults engage in makes a difference. Lifestyle choices are the choices that form the habits of families. For example, Do you go for a walk after school with your child? Or do you go home and watch a children's TV show on the couch? If an adult routinely goes outside with the child, a healthy habit can form. When parents do things like this, the child can see that the parent values healthy activity because they do it too. What if you can't be physically active with your child because of work or other reasons? You can still show your child how important you feel activity is by helping them participate in activities. You can make sure they are signed up, drive or help them get there, and pay any fees or arrange for scholarships. You can tell them how important it is to be physically active. What kind of activities are best? Discuss several factors in finalizing the decision, such as how many days a week does the activity take place? How much does it cost? How will your child get to the activity? Activities for young children, in most cases, should not be too competitive, and the emphasis should be on being active in order to have fun. Team sports should be postponed until 6 or 8 years old for most children. It is important to have structured and unstructured activities each week for children. Structured play includes games with rules. These help children learn to work together and follow directions. Unstructured means they can play and create games while using their imagination. If this play happens outside, in a park-like setting, they are not only exercising, but they also receive extra benefits. Being in nature helps children think better and stay focused when they return indoors. It is recommended that 1 hour of active time each day is best for children, and also for adults. This can be broken up into periods if you're not able to do it all at once. You can become more active by starting slowly and doing what you can. For example, go for a walk with your child 3 times a week, at first for 20 minutes each time. If you're able, try walking with your child to get to places such as school. Try parking the car extra far from the grocery and have the family walk to the door. A parent might play soccer or ride a bike with their child. Walk whenever it works out best for you and your children. Try inside activity if outside is not a realistic choice. Put on some music and make up crazy dances and stories. Healthy weight and lifestyle have 2 contributing factors, which are physical activity and nutrition. Taking a walk with your child is physical activity. What about nutrition? Making changes to improve the health of children and families does not have to be hard or complicated. Start by just limiting the amount of high-calorie drinks your family consumes each day. This would include soda, sweetened juices, and powdered drink mixes where you add sugar. Drink plenty of water rather than juices. Even 100% juices are full of calories, and water is very important for growing children and adults. Adults should drink 8 8-ounce glasses every day. Children don't need as much, but you should make sure they drink plenty of water every day. Add an extra glass if they start exercising a lot. Evidence suggests that we can improve our health by simply increasing the fruits and vegetables that we eat. The fruits and vegetables that we eat are an important part of preventing type 2 diabetes. An easy way to include a variety is to work on having many colors each day. Try to think of it this way. A farmer would never feed his or her cow low-quality feed. They might survive, but the quality and amount of their milk would suffer. How much more important is it for us to pay attention to the food our families eat? Your child can eat food such as fruits and vegetables that help them grow stronger, healthier, and even pay better attention in school. These healthy fruits and vegetables do not have to be expensive or time-consuming to make. Help your child discover that these can be delicious to their taste buds also. You can be a role model for your child by eating these foods together. Try to sit together as a family and have a meal as often as you can each week. Suggestions for making lifestyle habit changes. Limit sugary drinks. Limit television and/or media screen time to no more than 2 hours a day. Avoid TVs and/or computers in a child's bedroom. Eat breakfast every day. Limit eating at restaurants. Limit portion sizes. Try to eat together as a family as often as possible. You can combine fun family activity with learning about food by growing a garden together. Spend some family time choosing which vegetables you'd like to grow. It's been shown that children who help grow and/or prepare their meals will eat better and healthier. One other caution is to think about the portion size of what the family eats. Many restaurants serve portions that are way too large for healthy eating, so don't use them as a guide. The size of your fist is the size of your stomach. It grows as you grow. Use this as a guide for how much food should be eaten at one time.
Cooking together is fun and healthy.
Strike a balance between the old and new. Teach your children about traditional foods in your family, focusing on those which are healthiest. Most children are eager to learn how to prepare foods that have been in your family for generations. Tell stories about the family as you prepare the food. Try preparing one new food a week with your child to slowly change your habits. Choose a food or recipe together. Talk to your child about reasons for making these changes so the whole family can feel better and have increased energy. Finally, people who watch a lot of television or spend a lot of time in front of a computer or a game screen often find themselves gaining weight. This is because they tend to be less active. There are only so many hours in the day. If you sit for many of them, you won't have time to move. Also, when families watch television while eating meals, people tend to eat more and eat less healthy. Parents can be the leaders in this area as well.
Parents and families can do so much to keep their child from being at risk for cardiovascular disease, diabetes, and all of these things later on in life. It's sort of like the answer is in your hands, the answer is in your cupboard. They found that 1, you have to increase the amount of physical activity a child does, and 2, decrease the amount of calories a child takes in.
So there are 3 main ideas to remember when battling obesity: exercise, nutrition, and genetics. We have to work with the genetics our parents gave us, but you can help yourself and your children by setting a good example. We discussed many easy ways you can incorporate exercise and nutrition into your everyday lifestyle. See what you can do. Good luck.
Come on, you guys. Help out there, guys. Let's go.